Hello, my fellow fans of Faerun, and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights, the core campaign. Last time, we finished our explorations through the spine of the world, and we found this fire giant lair, and that's what we're exploring today. I plan on getting the first floor finished today, and then we'll kind of explore around after that. Alright, so if you'll remember, we found some Durgar here, and one of them has helpfully opened the door. And then there's more here. They will turn invisible. But once they attack, they become visible and are extremely easy to take care of. And one of them has leveled me up. That's nice. It's been a little while since we've had a good level up. I also decided to rest, so I have all of my spells back. But let's go ahead and take care of this level up. Alright, so I need to take 2 more levels of Wizard, and I think this one gives me a new spell level. So I'm going to take another level of Wizard. Now, let me make sure there aren't any prestige classes. I don't think I have qualified for any. The Champion of Torm, but But yeah, so level of Wizard. Alright, so we get an ability increase. The only one that would get a bonus to my... Let me rephrase that. The only one that would get an increase to my bonus would be my strength. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to level 9 spells in this playthrough, but yeah, let's go ahead and get my intelligence up to 19. That means with the next ability increase, I can get this up to a +5. Okay, and then the skills are pretty easy at this point. Concentration, craft armor, lore, and I'm guessing, open lock. Nope, can't take another set of open lock yet. I'm guessing I was supposed to take Paladin this level just to get rid of some of these unused skill points. But we'll throw 3 of them into heal. Actually, can I just hold on to 8? Nah. So I use the healing kits, so let's just throw heat 3 into there. Alright, and new spells, and I get level 6 spells. So, let me look at level 5 spells real quick. And level 4 spells. Okay. Well, sorry about that. I'm already pretty good at combat, but Tensor's Transformation makes me really good for a round. Verbal and Somatic, so I won't be able to cast that immediately. Greater Stone Skin. There are no good Necromancy spells. Now, this one is... It'll slay undead creatures. Okay, so it bursts out and it kills undead creatures. It's not terrible. Shades is an illusion. I could summon a shadow with that, that's fine. Okay. Circle of Death. That's probably the best necromancy spell I'm gonna get here. Wave of negative energy bursts from the target location. A number of enemy creatures equal to 1d4 per cast level must make a fortitude save or die. Beginning with those creatures with the lowest hit dice. Creatures with 9 or more hit dice are unaffected. This is good if we encounter a huge number of minor enemies. I'm going to go ahead and take it for now. And then I get one more spell. Well, I'm going to take the Tensor's Transformation because I'm combat heavy, and this can give me a couple of turns of being really good at combat without trying. Okay. And we'll keep the familiar the same, and we'll take that. Checking my spell book. Okay, so 6th level spells, stilled spells. I'll take my Animate Dead, and we'll finally be able to actually use my Necromancy abilities. And Cone Cold? It's either that or the Dominate Person. There's not a whole lot of humanoids coming up that I really want to take control of, so we'll take Cone Cold. Okay, nothing. Another Melf's Acid Arrow. And nothing. Spell I'm never going to use because I am out of 1st level spells. Okay, and that's the level up. So we're going to go ahead and continue. And just loot the Durgar area. Okay, and an opportunity to knock. So if my companion falls this time, I'll be able to summon up a undead creature until I can get back to town to pick up my companion. Whoops, that hurt. I got beaten up on quite a bit there. Alright, that's one giant down. Go ahead and get over here, take a potion. Let the trolls find me. Now, I want to kill the trolls here because they were already damaged, and the longer they stay up, the more they heal. This one is uninjured, so I don't really care about him. And I want to take out the giant in that case. And, looky there, I lost my companion. But I haven't rested yet, so I cannot summon a undead minion. But we'll pick Dalen back up at the end of the episode, as I've been doing. Hey, another fire giant. This one has a club. And he knows how to use that club better than the other guys. I know how to use their giant swords. These giants hit hard. Okay. Have an east to the fire giant domain and the main exit. Oh yeah, I need to go back through my scrolls and figure out. Okay, this leads to the north to the fire giant domain. But I need to go through my scrolls and see which ones I can learn to get some free spells. And I combine those in the wrong order. Alright. Moving right along, we'll open this door. And it looks like there's a prisoner.
Hey, you there. Pull this lever here beside the door and get me out of this prison. Come on, I've got information you might be interested in. I'm free. I'm free. Hey, thanks for springing me from that cell. I guess I owe you one. So what can I do for you?
Who are you and what are you doing here?
My name is Wokar. The fire giants caught me trying to sneak in here about a month ago. I thought they were going to kill me, but I managed to convince King Scrog that I'd make a better advisor than a stool. I was just looking for a few gems or maybe some gold, and instead I end up a prisoner, forced to use my brilliant mind to help out a giant king too stupid to rule his own people.
Why would the king want a half-orc for an advisor?
Hey, don't lay your stereotypes on me. I'm as smart as you, I'd wager. That's unlikely. I'm a damn sight smarter than any of the giants in this place at any rate. And not all of us half-orcs are drooling idiots, you know. If I wasn't giving good advice, do you think the king would have kept me alive? But this whole time I've also been gathering information so I could escape.
Information?
Sure. I've picked up a ton of information since I got here. I can tell you about cloth, and I can tell you about the dragon experiments going on in the basement.
Okay, tell me about cloth.
I could tell you what I know. Sure. But this kind of information doesn't come cheap. 500 gold pieces and I'll tell you everything I know.
How can you charge me for information after I save your life?
Tell you what, make it 300. I'm going to need some gold since I plan on getting out of this place as soon as I'm done talking.
Forget it. I'm out of here.
Off you go then. Good luck. Hope you get rid of
Scrog. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
As for me, I'm out of here.
Okay. Kind of wish they'd let me finish reading their statements before they run off like that, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so we freed a half-orc prisoner. Seemed to be a nice enough extortionist. But having the information's moot since I kind of know what's going on anyways. And again, I don't even remember if there's anything that good in the final chapter to use my gold with, but when you get into some of the other games, it's difficult to not just hoard gold, because at the end of Hordes of the Underdark, you need millions of gold to get the best outcome. And the best equipment. So, I'm just kind of a natural hoarder in that case. There's two coming. Alright, let's get defenses up.
You shall all perish.
Alright, one of them got stuck on the corner. Well, he was for a minute. Okay, I can't focus on the troll even though I damaged it. Just too much damage coming out of the giants. Go back to the leech. Recoup some of that damage that they keep hitting me for. Okay, with my defenses up and the leech in hand, I think this is probably just going to end in my favor. It just takes time to stab away all the hit points that these giants have. Alright, that's got him. Well, For some reason, the fire giant had a torch.
You
I troll.
will regret that.
Eat the leech. Okay, and then we've got a locked chest here, so knock. Hey, that was a bit of gold. Ow, that was a bit of lightning damage. Okay, well, this looks like a bedroom of some sort. Brunhilda's diary. This appears to be the diary of Brunhilda Orl's daughter, a frost giant princess. The entries are a hate-filled chronicle of the mistreatment and cruelty Brunhilda suffered at the hands of King Skrog, the fire giant she was forced to marry nearly 3 months ago. The final entry explains Brunhilda's ultimate fate. Today, in front of his court, Skrog vowed to consummate our marriage this very night. The coward will no doubt keep his entire retinue of guards in the room during our bedding, for fear I may try to kill him, as I did the last time he dared to defile my bedchamber. I will never let that pig touch me, though if I resist, I know they will beat me again. I can endure the suffering and pain of this life no longer. Skrog dares not kill me for fear of breaking the alliance with my mother, but tonight I shall take my own life and finally be free of this wretched existence. Oh, that sucked. If we were a little bit faster, maybe we could have helped her. No. This bed seems tiny for a giant. But we'll make sure to pay Skrog a visit and beat the crap out of him. Okay, and that looks like that's all that's here. Let me check the map real quick. Yep. I think I got all the doors. So, I'm going to go get Dalen, and we'll call this an episode. I hate the angle at which this room is always presented to me.
I found passing from this world unsettling, as was my return to life. Yet I sense there has been no permanent harm done. Do you need me to join you once more?
Yes, please. My blade is yours to command. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to the fire giant lair. And, since we are right here in front of the door, hey Dalen, maybe you should tell me more of your story.
Yes? Is there something you need?
I just want to talk for a while. And I want you to continue your story from before. We should focus on finding the words of power for Erengend, but I suppose I could spare some time to share with you the legend of my people I mentioned earlier. Yes, I'd like to hear it. In ancient times, all the Uthgar tribes were one, a mighty nation under the great hero, King Uthgar. Our people were indomitable in battle. None dared stand against Uthgar when he wielded his great spear. It is said no weapon could harm him when he brandished the spear over his head. But against our greatness the armies of our enemies massed. Goblins, orcs, ogres, and other creatures too foul to mention. A dark host marched forth from the mountains to battle Uthgar and his people. According to the tale, there was a young boy who desired nothing more than to be a great hero of the Uthgard. When news of the invasion came, he swore he would join the ranks of men as a warrior. He was a mere child, not even a youth, and the warriors told him to stay with the women and infants. But the boy was brave and stubborn, and he would not accept this. What did he do? The night before the battle, the boy crept into Uthgar's tent and stole his magic spear. Then the boy marched out in the darkness to face the horde alone. But he was a child.
He did not even know where he was going, and he soon became lost in the woods. In the morning, Uthgar woke to find his spear gone. He was forced to march against the enemy without it. The battle raged fierce and bloody, and many warriors fell before the enemy broke and fled. But even victory came with a terrible cost, for Uthgar, father of our people, was felled by an arrow through the eye. What about the boy with the spear? After many days, the boy found his way back to the camp. Those who saw him with the spear quickly understood what had happened. They blamed him for Uthgar's death. They cast him out forever, banishing him from the tribe. The boy fled, taking the spear with him. He had only wanted to prove himself a warrior. He had only wanted to help defend the tribe. His motives were honorable. But his actions had tragic consequences, and the Uthgar could not forgive him, just as Neverwinter could not forgive Fenthic. But the tale does not end there. How does it end? The boy vanished. He was never seen again, and neither was Uthgar's spear, the symbol and source of the Uthgar nation's power and might. Without the spear, my people were born, and our enemies fell upon us. The great nation of the Uthgar was splintered into small tribes. Never again would we know the glory of our past. Had the Uthgar forgiven the boy, he and the spear would have remained, and the empire would have stayed strong. Had Neverwinter forgiven Fenthic, Arabeth might not have betrayed the city she loved. I guess I see your point. There is a lesson in the fall of Uthgar. A lesson Neverwinter would do well to heed. There is hope for the city yet, just as there is hope for the Uthgar. Hope? There is more to the legend of Uthgar's spear, Kigro. Perhaps later I will tell you the tale, but now is not the time for me to speak on this. We must focus on finding the words of power for Erengand, if we are to save Neverwinter.
Alright, well, I'll hold you to it, telling me that story next time. So with that, guys, we are on the edge of a new area. I'm going to call this an episode. So thanks for joining me as always, and I'll see you next time on Kigro's Adventures in the Sword Coast.